Hey, I'm going to show you my strategy for two-step posts that generate leads same day. I have literally created 1,000 of these. I have nailed it down to a science, and I'm going to share that with you today. Let's get into it. And so what this is, when I say two-step, it means the first step is to make a post that has a call to action saying, comment this, and you're telling them a trigger word or an emoji or something that's basically their trigger. It's their hand raised. They're saying, yes, I'm interested. And step two is that you send them a DM, a message, an email, wherever the platform is, to then further the conversation. So this is a two-step post that I just made this morning. Super simple. I'm like, hey, do you want us to do this? If so, comment. And I just like to make my trigger word something silly. Yeah, duh. And I'll send you a video with the details. So we have a few people that have commented. What I would do is I would then send them a direct message with the link or with the video or with whatever it is that I promised, or just get into conversation with them. The really important part here is that I don't just like send them a DM and go, here's the link, and then back off scared into a corner. I'm actually gonna have a conversation with them. Hey, saw your comment that you're interested. Here's the link with the details. Tell me more about what you're looking for right now. Or I wanna create a really genuine conversation where, in this case, if it's someone that I'm offering to help build their sales funnel and flood it with 1,000 leads, I'd probably ask them a question about what is your lead flow like? Or how is your current sales funnel working? Or do you not have one? And that's where I can come in and help you. Here's another one I did recently where this one's a little bit of a different visual, where I actually put a picture of one of the funnels, including the video, that then I'm saying, I'm going to send you this video if you comment the word below so you can get all the details. So in this one, I have a little bit more of the details and then say, if you want to be one of the people that we help build this funnel for, comment machine, and I'll send you these details. People then comment machine and I send them the link so they can watch this video. So the intention with this is that the visual is creating curiosity. So they want to watch this video. And then because I have them in conversation, the DMs, I can keep going back and forth with them and follow up. If I just posted the link and was like, hey, anyone interested in me building a funnel, click this and I hope I see you later, I have no idea who's actually raised their hand and said I'm interested, so I can't follow up, and the fruit is in the follow-up. So you're missing a lot of opportunity if you're just posting a link and ghosting. Do not post and ghost. So this one, I actually don't have a visual and I don't have a picture. It's actually just a full story. It starts with a story that has nothing to do with my call to action just yet. I'm talking about a post that I saw on social media, and in my copy, I also like to be kind of chaotic and unhinged. I like to have some humor in it. So you'll see I'm like, have words in here that are capitalized so that when people read it, they feel my enthusiasm and my energy. And then at the end of it, this is actually, I'm doing something unique, that I'm selling tickets to my wedding and teaching other brides and grooms in the future how they can monetize their wedding instead of going into debt for their wedding day. I have a whole YouTube video about it that you can check out. But here I'm saying like, hey, if you want to come to the wedding, comment invite me if you want the link. And as you can see, we got 27 comments. I had a lot of DMing to do that day to follow up with them. I do this on Facebook, I do it on LinkedIn, I do it on Instagram, and I can do it on my Instagram posts and on my Instagram stories as well. So I'll show you one I just did today. So this is one that I did today. See how I have a cool poll? I basically took the same thing that I posted, as you saw on Facebook, and I posted it on my Instagram, and then I did a cool poll, because what that does is it gets people to engage. They're not just clicking past. When you see a poll, I don't know about you, but I have to give my opinion on it. And I also like to make the poll answer something kind of quirky and funny, not just like yes or no. I wrote yes, duh, or no, I prefer to struggle with lead flow. Or sometimes I'll do something like, no, I actually hate money, which who could say yes to that? So they can't, they have to say yes, duh. So I post that. And then on the next slide, I have, here's the screenshot again of what we're doing. Then on this slide in my stories, I put the screenshot and I put the link for them to go check it out. But the other thing I could do here, and I totally test it up, I switch it up. Sometimes I'll post the link. Sometimes I'll also do the two-step, is I could write in the caption on this story, hey, if you're interested, comment funnel, and I'll send you the details. And I can either manually DM them or I can set it up with an automation, which I'll show you about in my next video. All right, so let me actually show you how to create a two-step post. Because if you're sitting there like, well, how do I write copy like that? Or how do I make it a call to action that doesn't make people feel like they're in a hostage situation? We use our good friend ChatGPT. By the way, I have a ton of templates, so you can click the link below and I'll give you a ton of them for free. But for now, we're gonna make one live on the spot. So let's say that you are in weight loss and you are trying to help someone lose weight. You want to offer them your weight loss program. Let's make a two-step post for this. The way that I like to work with ChatGPT is I like to talk to it verbally instead of type it, because I can just get into flow state and so much more ideas can come out through talking instead of typing. So here's what I'm going to say. Can you please help me to write a two-step post for my social media? I am a weight loss coach who specializes in helping executives who are so busy with work that they are overweight and it's affecting their productivity, it's affecting their libido, and they don't want to admit it, but they basically have man boobs. I want to make a 2-step post that calls out this direct target audience and invites them to have a call with me so that we can just absolutely squash this and the man boobs, and we'll offer them to book a call with me. So see how I just ask it everything that I want it to create. And sometimes people will ask me like, what's the prompt? How do I say that? I just talk. I just say what I want it to make. And sometimes it sounds like a ramble. Don't worry, you and ChatGPT, it's like a one-on-one conversation. It's not gonna rat on you if you said something dumb, maybe in the future when AI takes over. But for now, just ask it for what you want in the tone that you want it. And the cool thing is, if it gives you something back that isn't what you wanted, just ask it again in different words. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. Whoa, your title says executive, but your body says I haven't seen a gym since Obama was president. Let's call it what it is. You've been crushing work. You've been quietly crushed by your health. You're slower, less sharp, libido. Meh, those aren't just pecs. So it called back the humor about the man boobs. Blah, blah, blah. Here it says, if you're done pretending you'll get around to it, drop a me below and I'll DM the details. Let's handle this for your body, brain, and your sex life. Cool. And then look at this. It even put in step 2. When someone comments me, reply with this. And then in the DMs, look, it already gave you the script. Respect for raising your hand. I work with blah, blah, blah. Got a few slots. Want me to send you the calendar link. What's cool, what I like about this is it's also, again, asking permission. Because if you just like slide in someone's DMs, which I get them all the time, and it feels like cringy. I did not consent to this pitch, you weirdo. I just ignore those. But because they've already raised their hand and said, yes, I want this. And then in the DM, you ask again for something else that they might want. They can then go back and say, yes, I would love this. And the cool thing is, if they don't respond to this, is it over? Do we walk away? Do we sulk, sad in a corner? No, we don't. What we're gonna do is we'll ask ChatGPT again, hey, what can I say if they don't respond? Or if they respond with something else and we're like, how do I respond to this? Typically, use your brain, but if you need help, we can use ChatGPT. So let's pretend that they leave you on red and they don't respond to this. Hey, can you help me write up a response to follow up with someone who read this message, but they did not say yes to the calendar link? I'd like to nudge them in a way that isn't cringy, isn't spammy. I'm just trying to come across like a helpful friend, but also with the urgency that they do respond to this. Okay. So that's an okay response. I don't like just checking in. I think it comes across very passive. So I'm going to give it that feedback. So see how just because I get this response from ChatGPT doesn't mean that I have to use it. I want to actually read it, use my own brain, and see if this aligns with my voice, with my message, with my values. So let's try this again. Hey, this is cool, but I don't want it to sound passive. The just checking in, giving them the opportunity to get off the hook by being busy just doesn't really align with the vibe I'm trying to get across here. So can you try another message, but still make it concise? Now I think this is too pushy. So I'm gonna go back again one more time. Cool. But I don't want to be too pushy either. As much as I want to connect with this person, I'd really rather connect as a friend. Can we actually have more humor in there? And we'll see where that goes. Okay, this is kind of cool. Hey, I figured you either A, got busy, B, got cold feet, got abducted mid-scroll by a rogue notification. That's kind of funny. You can even ask for alternatives instead of the rogue notification. Awesome, still game to take 20 minutes and map out a plan that doesn't involve burpees or kale smoothies. I like that because it's like, no one wants that. And I think with the humor, it reduces the guard of like, oh, I'm about to be sold, or oh, I have to admit that I have a problem, and in this case, potentially man boobs. So I think that this could work really well. And another thing I could do is if I wanted some funny alternatives to this, I would say, can you give me 5 funny alternatives to that? And then I can replace that one too. Fell into a TikTok hole. That's funny. Got lured away by a cat video. got blacked out after reading the word man boobs. That's funny. Okay, see, I love these. So when you can use ChatGPT like this and know that all it takes is a very simple 2-step post, why wouldn't you post these every day on different platforms, different days? I'm not telling you to post every single day that's all you post, but maybe you post one day on LinkedIn, you post the next day on Facebook, you post the next day on Instagram, and that's gonna keep your pipeline full. Now, the next thing you need to do is also make sure that you're following up with your pipeline, that you're not just posting these and you send a DM and then you forget about it. Make sure that you're following up. And in that follow-up, again, you can use ChatGPT to make sure that your follow-up is cool, concise, humorous, and gonna lead to sales. This doesn't work your first time, keep doing it. I've totally done 2-step posts that have flopped, that didn't get any comments. Did I go cry in a corner? Maybe a little bit, but I just went back to ChatGPT and played around with it again because maybe it was the hook, maybe it was the message, maybe it was the offer, maybe it didn't have a good enough story. And sometimes we got to keep tweaking so that we find the right thing. And the cool thing is when you find the right thing, you get to take that template, you can put it right back into ChatGPT and say, this one worked. Now can we just repurpose this for maybe a different story or a different offer?